Everybody, welcome in. It's Polydude here, and I'm back with a brand new video today. I know it's been a little while since I've done a video, but I'm really excited about this one in particular because I'm going to talk about Legends Arceus today and some of the new Pokemon that we saw, and I'm going to have some shiny predictions and also like an evolutionary prediction for you guys. So give this video a thumbs up if you like the content, and I'm excited to share more in the future. So anyway, first up in the trailer, I know this is kind of a little bit of old news, but we saw 4 new Pokemon, which I'm really excited to talk about. And so I'm gonna start with like 2. 'Cause I have one as like my hopes, like what the shiny will look like, and I also have one where I think that this is probably the direction that they will go, and it's kind of more a worst case scenario than anything. So I'm really excited to share these with you guys. However, I will say this: it's not like completely confirmed that we're getting shinies in Legends Arceus. But I think it's really highly probable, and I think there are other people who agree with me on this fact. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into number 1. First off, we have Basculegion, which is actually a really cool Pokemon. It's a water ghost type, and so my hopes for this Pokemon is something kind of looks like this, and it's going to be kind of like that nice teal and like charcoal color, giving it kind of a more ghostly feel. I really like this like color on it, and I love the design, but I think it just really brings out, like I said before, that more of that like ghostly kind of aspect to it. So I really like this direction. I'm really hoping that it looks something like this, so that we get a shiny something like this. Now for worst case scenario, we've got some a little bit more like this, which is kind of already what it looks like a little bit, but it's supposed to be a kind of like a throwback to like Basculin in one of the forms, and maybe it could be not this particular one, but it could be the blue one, which I don't really have have something for that, but I'm sure you can imagine something like that. So, and I mean, the shiny in and of itself for Basculin wasn't that great. So that's gonna be my worst case scenario. But with that, we're gonna move on to our next one, which is going to be Braviary. So it's gonna get that flying psychic type, which is gonna be really cool. So we're gonna change it to kind of more this like icy kind of like mystical blue for a shiny, which I really like this one. I think this is the one that fit it pretty like very well. I try to go something completely different with it. I'm a really big fan of like blue shinies, and just I really like drastic changes when it comes to my shinies. But anyway, so that's just like a personal preference. So we got this really nice kind of like blue Braviary, and I really like it. I've got this other one, which isn't like too bad. Like I think that this could be a direction to go. I've seen like with some other Pokemon they've done where they've made like on bird Pokemon claws and beaks, kind of like maybe like Mandibuzz, and they've changed that to like a little more like orange red, which I mean, out of all the things to change, I feel like that's not like what I would really want. I really love to see that kind of difference in like the wings, or like kind of like on that kind of fiery psychic energy it's got going on like on its forehead. But this one's got like kind of the purple and green, which isn't like terrible, but I think that they could do something a little bit different. Next up, we got this super adorable Growlithe, and it's got that nice like just kind of fur, and it looks really approachable and adorable and friendly. So I'm gonna change that like completely different, and I know this might be a little bit debatable, but I love like how we got Rockruff that turns into this blue. So I got this dark blue, and I love how like the fluff, I changed it to look more about like dark, like a kind of like an ash kind of color, and I really like it. So I'm hoping that we get this nice, beautiful, shiny something like that for this new form of Growlithe. However, I don't think that we probably will get something as beautiful as this, which is kind of unfortunate. My hopes are very high, but I'm also setting kind of a low bar for it. So we have something more like this, which looks kind of like as a throwback to like regular shiny Growlithe. So I think that it's possible we could get something a little bit more like this. However, I do think that it would be really cool, and I do think that there's a good chance that we still could have something really cool like this blue Growlithe, but I'm not keeping my hopes too high for that one. Like I as much as I wish for it, I guess it's more of a wish. I wish that it looked like this. I'm not expecting it to be anything like that. However, I'd be really surprised and grateful if it was. So next up, and this is our last Pokemon, we got Weirdeer, which is a really cool idea. I'm glad that they chose to give Stantler an evolution, and I think for this one, we've got this really nice like inverted kind of cool looking pattern color where all of the white turns to black, and kind of where it was originally a little bit more of a grayish color, it turns to white. And I want something kind of like this. I know like Furfuro and some of the other kind of like Pokemon that have white fur turn black, and I really like that that idea, and I wanted to kind of keep that going within this Pokemon. So that's kind of my hope, and I think it could be a really cool shiny if we get that. However, like I said, these are just like kind of my high expectations for something. So if it doesn't turn out to be that, then that's fine. But I think in reality, we might get something a little bit more just like that, like tint of a Pokemon shiny, like we've seen in the past. Maybe it's a little bit of this like kind of pink is what I'm assuming, kind of as a reference to its psychic type. But I don't know. This one probably was the hardest one for me to figure out how it was going to be, but I know that they have done something like this. Sorry. Hardest for me, and I know that they've done something like this in the past. So anyway, that's weirder, and that's kind of like what I've got all wrapped up for how my predictions for these new shinies possibilities. I also want to take some time for kind of like a prediction on an evolution that might happen, where we've seen in the past in the Galar region. For Farfetch'd, we got a regional, and it evolved into Surfetch, which is really cool. And Surfetch was something that has been like kind of a beta Pokemon that they kind of removed. So I think that we have a really cool opportunity here for something like this to happen for this new game and new region. And that's going to be Pikachu, and I think it could evolve into Sui and Raichu, or I actually think it's going to be Gorochu, which would be really awesome. I think that the design works super well and fits in with a lot of kind of the other things that we've seen so far in Legends Arceus, so with how the Pokemon look, and it could possibly even be that like first electric dark type. So Pikachu is like a huge big part of like just Pokemon in general. It's like the mascot and all this stuff. It's gotten a lowland form, which I think is another like good indicator that we could see something like this in this new game, and I think that is like highly possible that we could see this. I think fans would really love it. I know there was some like hype that was talked about a while ago about Gorochu, so I think, and it would just fit really well with like Pokemon like being a little bit more like wild and kind of ferocious. So giving that electric dark type might just like fit super well, or maybe even just electric type would be fine. But I really think that this would fit super well into it, into the Hisuian region. Like, I think this is happening. This is a prediction of mine. Of course, it's just 100% speculation on my part, but I do think that it is very possible and would be really cool. Anyway, you guys, this is going to wrap up the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, and then if you like the video, just sharing it with some of your friends, that'd be awesome. Really appreciate it. If you guys want to catch me on Twitch, I do some streaming. I'll put that link in the description of this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.